Pacemakers, Harnessing the Energy of the Heart. Presented by Richard, Emma, Alexander, Victoria, and Jordan. Video objectives. First, we will discuss the normal function of the heart. Then, we will discuss cardiac abnormalities requiring pacemakers. Then, problems with current pacemakers. And finally, current novel pacemaker design. The normal function of the heart. What's involved? The pumping action of the heart is regulated by an electrical conduction system that coordinates the action of the heart chambers. What exactly are pacemaker cells, you ask? Pacemaker cells allow the heart to rhythmically beat by initiating action potentials. Arrhythmias can develop when the normal pacemaker conduction pathway is blocked. This can decrease the cardiac output, cause fatigue, palpitations, low blood pressure, and fainting. Artificial pacemakers. A device that gives rhythmic stimuluses to the heart to maintain a normal cardiac output. It's used when the SA node is dysfunctional. Modern pacemakers are composed of three parts: a pulse generator, a set of wires or leads, and electrodes. The problems with current pacemakers are subdivided into three categories. The first is failure to pace the appropriate chamber. This is divided into output failure and capture failure. This ECG depicts a patient with output failure. This is suspected when heart rate is lower than the programmed pacemaker rate. Causes include battery failure, lead failure, and generator failure. This ECG depicts a patient with capture failure. This occurs when generated pacing stimulus doesn't trigger a myocardial depolarization. Problems with detecting intracardiac signals is the second current issue with pacemakers. This is divided into undersensing and oversensing. This ECG depicts a patient with undersensing. This occurs when the pacemaker fails to detect spontaneous depolarization, leading to asynchronous pacing. Causes include programming problems and lead or pacemaker failure. This ECG depicts a patient with oversensing. The pacemaker senses a signal it should not and causes inhibition of pacing stimulus. Causes include any electromagnetic interference or pathological T waves. The final problem with current pacemakers that we will be discussing is pseudo-malfunction. This is subdivided into ventricular safety pacing and pacemaker-mediated tachycardia. These charts depict a patient with ventricular safety pacing. This is the inhibition of pacing in a second chamber from detecting the pacing signal in a different chamber. Causes are the SP algorithm. This final ECG depicts a patient with pacemaker-mediated tachycardia. This is similar to re-entry tachycardia, but in this case the pacemaker acts as a part of the re-entry loop. Causes include improper sensing and short post-ventricular atrial refractory period. A novel development in pacemakers is the piezoelectric buckled beam array. Students at Dartmouth College are working on using the kinetic energy of the heart to power implantable devices. The device would consist of a porous, thin film that will convert the mechanical energy produced by each heartbeat into electrical energy which travels from the lead to the pacemaker, recharging the battery. One major issue with current pacemakers is that they need to be replaced every 5 to 10 years. Each replacement procedure comes with infection and displacement risks, as well as increase the cost for those with these heart disorders. This novel pacemaker can reduce the need for battery replacement surgeries and improve the health and well-being of the people with these conditions. With the students already 2 years into their clinical research, it will be about 5 years until it is available for the public use. In conclusion, this novel pacemaker reduces the need for repeat surgeries due to battery death and reduces post-surgery infection risk and costs associated with this battery replacement. This invention can provide a gateway for energy production for other biomedical implants and is approximately 5 years until it is available to the public. These are the references used throughout the video